graduate of Catholic High School and Florida International University, Javan earned a bachelor's degree in marketing and international business. With over a decade of dedicated involvement in the youth environmental program, Javan demonstrates a profound commitment to environmental conservation and empowering the younger generation. Presently, Javan directs his focus primarily towards the Waterkeepers Bahamas mangrove nursery. Here, he immerses himself in hands-on work with the soil while imparting essential knowledge about the significance of mangroves to our watersheds, culture, and major industry to visitors of the nursery. Leveraging his expertise in marketing and international business, alongside his deep-rooted dedication to environmental causes, Javan emerges as a pivotal figure in the ongoing battle for environmental preservation and the promotion of sustainable community development, pivotal to connecting the wider cyber audience to our daily social media communications. Please welcome Mr. Javan Hunt.
Thank you. And introductions always make you sound more important than you actually are. I just want you all to know that. Y'all reminded me of something. I remember being at FIU, and we actually started the Rotaract Club there. We got the charter for Rotaract at FIU South Campus. So it was pretty cool to see y'all and see us doing the same things that I even forgot about. So just wanted to put that out there. So great job. I love that the fifth tenet, have fun. In everything that you do, you should have fun, because otherwise, why are you doing it?
Yeah.
If you can't have fun doing what you love to do, then you might be in the wrong profession, right? So before I start, I like to be engaging. I like to talk to you. I want to have a conversation. I don't just want to give a boring presentation. I want to have fun with you. I want to engage with you. So I want to ask you a question just to start off. It ain't gonna be all throughout, I promise. First quick question. When was the last time you went to the beach? Anyone went to the beach this weekend for Easter?
I did, and that was the first time in like a lot of years.
Yeah, a lot of years. Okay. When you went to the beach, what's that?
Like almost 10 years.
Almost 10 years. In 10 years, what changed?
I've not been home in like 7 years or so.
Okay.
And on my visits, I just never got to the beach.
So you really had to go to the beach to get your fill of beach before if you travel again.
Yeah, I didn't want to go out first because I thought it was gonna be really hot.
And
But
crowded
actually, it was
probably.
really good. Yeah,
Okay.
It was really good.
You saw any garbage at the beach?
We did. We actually picked up garbage.
See that? So that's my first question to you. Have any of you experienced the fires? Or
Yes.
had, a lot of smoke in your area?
Yeah.
Now that all the rubble and the underbrush is gone, you look in the bushes, what y'all see?
Bottles, garbage,
Lone bottles.
plenty
A
bottles.
lot of bottles.
And as I told them,
And it's a accumulation of all the years of Fridays of drinking and throwing them in the bushes. And nobody thought that there would come a day where something like what happened the past few weeks happened. No one thought about it. I've heard rumors, people are saying like, oh, the opposition, they're starting fires to get people engaged to vote for them. Yeah, that's what's on the street. That's word on the street, But on my ride here, throughout the neighborhoods, Hawksbill, the 8 Mile Rock Strip, coming up here, and I'm seeing all the underbrush, all the factories and all that stuff. I'm seeing bottles way out deep in the bush, right? And remember, we've been having a dry spell. The sun has been really hot. Like it's been reflecting on that glass. And we had wind. So now it's a perfect recipe for a disaster. And if that wasn't a wake-up call, boy, I don't know what else is, So, question for you again. Again, this is engaging. Who do you think is responsible for cleaning all of that up?
us. Everyone.
Ideally, in a perfect world, I want the people who do it to be responsible. Like on our street where our offices are located, we took 30 minutes. We thought we could clean up one end of Alcester Road to the next. We got halfway through and we picked up I wanna say over 300 or 400 pounds of trash.
Wow.
And some of the stuff that was there, it would just curl your toes, eyebrows, anything, it would just curl it. That's how disgusting it was. And like a few hours later, as we were on our way home, now keep in mind lunch is 12 to 1, we were there from like 12 to like 12:45. After 3 or 4 on our way home, the area that we just cleaned, now it's cans there now. It's people passing, fling stuff out of the windows. So who's responsible? You know, so we have to ask that question. I wanted to bring that to you because this is a part of what we're talking about today. Truth is that most people think that someone else is doing it, but what if I told you that the someone else who's responsible for cleaning that up is in this room today? Hey. What if I told you that that person is you? But that's not just you, it's also me, it's all of us, it's all of our problems. Because a fool throwing trash in the woods, we're gonna suffer for that. Like my house, your house, your friend's house, you know somebody who's affected by what's going on, you know? So, introducing Waterkeepers Bahamas. A lot of what we do is directly related to the environment. When I first started with Waterkeepers Bahamas, I could say that I kind of slipped in there. It was not intentional for me to be here. It was not intentional for me to be at Waterkeepers. Again, I have a degree in marketing and international business. I thought I would be here or there or elsewhere, but I kind of fell into this. And through falling into it, I grew to love it. I started out with their youth programs, 13 years in the youth program, and volunteering in the youth program. And after a while, I started working part-time and then eventually became full-time working. I never thought that I would be an outside person. I never thought that I would be a 7 a.m. person waking up to do a walk, or waking up to pick up trash, or waking up at 7, not waking up at 7, sorry, being in position at 7 to plant mangroves. I was not that person. I mostly come from an entertainment background. So I perform this here, I perform there, I, go different places. And normally as performers, we up all night. We don't see morning. That, in effect, was my old college career. We spent all night just up, 2, 3 in the morning, all the Bahamians in the dorms just cooking beans and rice and fried chicken. So I miss all of my 7 a.m. and 8 a.m. classes, but I scheduled them thinking that I'd go into that. If you make it, I make it. I did not make that, But at Waterkeepers Bahamas, again, we're a small but wildly dedicated team working to preserve, protect, and restore our island's precious ecosystems, and we've been at it for over a decade. Here's some of our accomplishments in a nutshell. So again, youth mentorship. For the past 13 years, we've mentored a new wave of ocean defenders through our youth ambassador program, working with on average 15 to 20 students each year. That's over a decade of environmental leadership in the making. We have our cadet program with a global reach. We've built a comprehensive cadet program partnering with institutions like FAU, Brief in Nassau, and passionate local educators like Fred and Melinda Riger from GB Scuba to provide scuba certification and hands-on marine science training for our students. Anybody here scuba certified? Anybody can swim?
Yeah.
Boy, listen, I only see about 3 hands went up about who could swim. Now,
But
I can tell y'all, when we ask our students who could swim, everybody hand go up. When we get to the water, everybody, no, we don't need the floaty. We got this. When they get to the water, they need the floaty. And Bahamians are sometimes the only people I know who say they could swim. My parents say they could swim. My grandmother say she could swim, but they've never been to the water, and you've never seen them past their knees in the water. But everybody could swim.
Okay. Doggy body.
I don't even think they could walk. That's what they can do. Another thing that we do at Waterkeepers is we have partnership-driven cleanups and restoration. We collaborate with local and international partners. We've collected thousands of pounds of trash, just like what I spoke about, from the canals, coastlines, and streets, because plastic doesn't belong in paradise. Let that sink in. Our mangrove restoration We planted over 53,000 mangroves and counting. 53,000. Funny fact, when we first started the mangrove restoration situation, we thought we could collect all, we had a goal of 20,000. We thought we could collect all 20,000 maybe in a few weeks. Our first day out, we probably collected about 2,000. And after that, it was like, no, sir. Like, no. Because the sun is hot, you have to be in the bush, you know, it's mud. Sometimes you need water boots, mosquitoes, we got bugs. You know, if you don't like bugs, maybe an environmental career might not be for you, but we all can do our part. We have water quality monitoring across the islands. We test the waters in Grand Bahama, Bimini, and Nassau for Enterococcus, which is like a bacteria. So summer's coming, everyone wants to be in the water, knee deep. So we just want to make sure that the water is good for you to go in. You know, you want the children, you want to wear them out so that they can go to sleep at night. We want to make sure that the water is good so you don't get, you know, those funny bacterial infections and stuff like skin rashes. Which is why we test the water. We test Tino Beach, 8 Mile Rock, Xanadu, a few beaches going up Lucaya, as well as at the National Park. And of course, community engagement. At Waterkeepers, we're not a big organization. We don't have fancy offices or large corporate budgets. We're a team of everyday people. Maybe about 3, if we stretching it, 4 people on a good day. We clean the beaches, we monitor water, we restore mangroves, we educate, advocate, and sometimes we just listen because the people living closest to the problems oftentimes have the solutions. Don't you just hate it when someone who don't know anything about anything comes to you and tell you how to do something and you there living in it, knowing what's going on, probably have the solution, but no one listens to you. Well, we listen to you. We are really into the communities. We have our tendrils into the communities. We bring people in. We want to talk to you. We want to work with you because in essence, this is your island. This is your island. And if you don't take care of it, someone else is going to swoop in and, you know, hashtag Bahamas is going to be, you know, somebody else is going to be using that, you know. We aren't heroes. We're consistent. We show up. Sometimes with gloves, trash bags, water, a camera. We do it all. We wear many hats, but we get the job done. The 3 or 4 of us that's involved. We protect what can't protect itself. And we definitely can do it alone. You don't have to be a marine scientist to make a difference. Maybe you're good with the camera. Anybody in here good with taking selfies? Who know the best angles? I'm pretty sure these 5 of y'all in here know the best angles. You take great selfies. Well, come take photos on some of our events. We need your angles. We need you to show us how to take pictures. Sometimes I work the social media, and when I tell other folks like, hey, I need a video of what we're doing, I get the weirdest videos. I get the weirdest videos because we have an 83-year-old on our team, and how old people take pictures and videos. How do they do it?
Close up.
The top of heads cut off. You know, I'm getting video like this with nobody focusing. You know, I'm getting pictures with too much sun, too little sun, you know, and before I put out anything, all the ladies on staff want to see it before I post it. And they will rev me up if I post anything that makes them look anything but perfect. Right, Andy? So, again, maybe you teach. We want you to bring your students to our events. Maybe you're good at organizing. Lord knows I need help with that. Maybe you have a loud mouth with a big personality. Well, we need that person to raise awareness. You whistle and I'll point. Or y'all, I whistle and y'all point.
I'm here.
Whatever your gift is, there's a way to use it, and we need you. You know, everybody can play a part. This isn't about perfection. It's about participation. We need the artists, we need the talkers, we need the thinkers, we need people who hate bugs but love the ocean, which is probably the vast majority of y'all in here. We need the ones who say, I'm too busy. We especially need them ones. Because the people who are too busy, normally they're the ones that make a big difference, you know? Like, We understand that you're in your bubble. We understand that you is only one of you, and we can't clone you. We understand that you have probably work, school, home, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, grocery store, church events, like your day is packed. If one of y'all probably could get up and testify right now, like what's your day looking like? What's your week looking like? Like, is it busy? It's always busy. But just like me, before I got involved with this, I probably was in your shoe too. Like, don't wake me up on no Saturday, I work Monday through Friday.
I could tell you.
You know what I mean? Like,
I could tell you.
I was up from, 6 and work from 6 to like 4 or 3, and then when I get home, I have responsibilities, so to ask me to get up on a day where I don't have to get up, that's like pulling teeth. But from being involved with Waterkeepers, from working with the youth of our nation, from talking to people like you, it's very important that you say, okay, maybe one Saturday out of the month, I'll sacrifice my time, I'll wake up early, even though I don't have to, and it's much appreciated, and come out and be a part of it, because believe it or not, we need your personality out there. BAME is our big personalities, right? And we need y'all. Like, some of y'all could be really dramatic. If y'all see how on a regular mangrove out planting day, where we have groups come out on a Saturday, and they're used to being in AC, and they're used to walking on solid ground or high shoes, and they're used to certain things, and as soon as a bug fly past, just one bug, mind you, one bug, it's over. We've had situations where corporate groups come out and we really appreciate them, and as soon as they step out in the water and you get and they're like, we can do this, we want to plant 3,000, well, not 3,000, I was exaggerating, we want to plant 1,000 mangroves, and by time as they get to 20, it's like, I'm ready to go home. But I counted a win because we got them out there.
Yeah.
I counted a win because they got to get their toes or get some mud on them, and not the good kind of mud that's really good for your face. It could be, but it's really smelly. But they then turn around and say, I planted 10 mangroves. I did that. I've had folks that said that I'm happy that I came out, but don't expect me again. I can respect that. They came out, they did something, they stepped outside of their comfort zone, and I really appreciate that, because they then send people back, or they send their friends back to laugh at them, and they don't tell them the details until they get out there, and that's funny as well. We have to have fun. I do capture it on camera, so if you all want to see some of those moments, go to our social media and look at them, because they are funny. We had a lot of falls. Funny. Whatever your gift is, there's a way to use it. So let's think about the bigger picture. Let's zoom out for a little bit. Every bottle left in the bush, every plastic fork on the shoreline, that's not just trash. That's a reflection of how we live, of what we tolerate. Have you ever heard like your older siblings or parents say, you'll know a person if you go to their house and see what kind of place that is? Mm-hmm. Would you go to someone's house? Would you eat from someone who else all trashy and mess up? So I have to relate it to that. Like, when people come to our shores, I get a lot of tourists that come to my mangrove nursery, our mangrove nursery, and they say, why is it so dirty? They want to start picking up for us. You know how embarrassing that is to have a guest to your country start picking up trash just off there because it's just so dirty. And they're like, you live in paradise. You don't know what I came from. I came from cold weather. I came from, and they start listing it off. We live in paradise. We are where they want to live. We live where they vacation, and sometimes we take it for granted. Like, I live by the beach, so living on a beach, it don't really move me. And so I'm taking video and oh, look at my beach. I get 100 responses. Like, you live on the beach? Oh my God. And I think it's the ugliest beach ever. But to someone, that trash is someone else's treasure, So all that trash is a reflection of us, how we live and what we tolerate. You know how glass reflects light? Well, it also reflects our responsibility. We say we love this island. We post up on the beach on Instagram, we take selfies, but love without action is just branding. If we don't step up for our marine ecosystem, we are literally watching our own future dissolve one tide at a time. And that's not me being dramatic, that's physics. Now, I want to leave you with one thing. You have a part to play no matter who you are, no matter what you identify as, no matter like where you are in life, you have a part to play. If you've got hands, you could help clean. If you've got a voice, you could raise awareness. If you have a platform, you can share this truth. If you've got excuses, well, keep that to yourself. Because we've heard it all, we've heard it all. Just like the excuses for maybe persons not knowing how to swim. I can't get my hair wet.
No, come on now, not too much on us. We were conditioned to be like that. Not too much on us.
Hey, it's not too much on us, but it's an inherited thing. It's an inherited burden, right?
We're conditioned, we're trying.
We're trying, and I appreciate the trying, you know? Just like how, again, like our older folks say that, hey, I can swim, but they can't. And they beat that into, especially our women said, like, no, you get your hair wet. You got Sunday, go to meeting, you got church. You can't do that. And then your hair get fixed Sunday for Monday. So all throughout the week, you know, we hear the excuses, we hear it all. So my last thing to say is an audience participation. Just a section, another audience participation part. When I say whose job is it, I want you to say it's our job. Y'all got it? Whose job is it?
Our job.
Y'all sound a little shy. Y'all sound like y'all whispering. Whose job is it?
Our job.
Whose job is it?
Our job.
Oh, no. We gotta raise it just a little bit, not too much, I won't run out. But just enough so that we say it enough and mean it. Whose job is it?
It's our job.
Whose job is it?
Our job.
Whose job is it?
Our job.
Come on, whose job is it? Praise. So that's it for me. I just wanted to come by and just give you all that little piece of advice, little piece of wisdom. I want you to know that, you know, from my heart, I welcome you and ask you to, in anything that you do, even if it's a small thing, just do one little small thing. You might not could make it out to help us with our mangrove restoration or to help us pick up trash, but I welcome you to do that as well. But if you pick up the trash around your neighborhood, maybe only the next door neighbor on the street, pick up the trash, or if you see someone doing it, tell them about it. Or if you just, whatever the case may be or scenario might be, make some type of action, some type of movement, and that's all we need. One person doing one small thing might not do a lot, but if many of us do one small thing, we can make a big difference.
Yes.
All right, so thank you for having me.